So check this out. Last night, in the middle of the night, I woke up and I had some tears in my eyes, and I couldn't understand like what was going on with me because everything had become so heavy for me. And I began to think about how I do these videos, and sometimes, I don't realize how heavy the load is sometimes until after I do the video or after I go back and look at the video. But I just want to be transparent because oftentimes I talk about having faith, pushing through. And a lot of times, when you're that person, a lot of people think that you don't go through some stuff. And I just found myself in a peculiar situation. And it's just like I felt like the load was so heavy. See, here's the thing. I believe that your amount of praise is showing what your expectations is for God. I'm expecting God to show up and show out for me. So that's why I continue to do what I'm doing. But the other side of me, I'm still human. And one of the things that I struggle with is that like I try to be everything for everybody. And sometimes I find myself in positions trying to be everything for everybody. People become so familiar with you. And when people are familiar with you, it doesn't necessarily have that same meaning because people feel like you're just supposed to do certain things. And so for me, a lot of times my strength comes from God all the time. But a lot of times that extra push that I needed, it came from my grandparents because I can call my grandma and my grandma gonna speak life into me without her even knowing she's speaking life into me. She'll come to me with an issue and she'll be like, Lil Rodney, blah, 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 whatever. And by me helping her out, but at the end of it, she always would say, I knew to call you because you always gonna make me feel better. And that was the power that I needed because she's never asked me for anything but for help as far as what should she do, whatever, but she never asked anything from me. My grandfather, he always just preached life into me. That's why I have these words that I have today. But, I found myself in just a position that you can try to be everything for everyone. And it just gets tiring. Because a lot of times, you can do something so well that it kind of gets diminished in the process. And you find yourself, it's just, sometimes you just feel alone. I did my third book this year, and some of the people that really know me, that know me by Little Rodney, that know me intimately, they ain't even went out and even supported one. And I always say this, support isn't just buying. Like, I don't even see it on your page, and that's free. So sometimes you sit back and you just like, man, like what are you doing this for? Because it hurts. And yesterday my mom called me and, well, she didn't call me, she texted me. And cause I sent her some pictures of the granddaughter and she texted me and she was just like, hey, are you all right? I said, yeah, what's going on? Man, she said, I don't know. You look like something's wrong. And in that moment, I was like, I was just dealing with some stuff mentally, but I feel like I'm always the one that provides the help. I'm always the one with a good word. So I just said, no, I'm good. And then she texted me back a little later on and she said, hey, I got my book. And that's what I needed in that moment because when you trying to be a positive spark in the world, it is lonely sometimes because everybody ain't gonna get it. Everybody's not gonna get it. And I know this video was sounding like, woe was me, but I'm just being honest. And sometimes you just want to be seen. Like sometimes you just want to be seen, especially by the people that you love. But here's the thing. It is okay to feel like that because we are all human. It's just you can't stay there. And I believe that sometimes that you at that breakthrough point when it feels like something is pushing you to the edge. See, once you get to that edge, this is where you show the real you. You ever been in a situation that somebody make you so mad and then you cuss them out and then you be like, look at that. You made me cuss you out. No, that's pressure. And pressure is either gonna make or break you. So I vowed to myself that I can never be broken because I'm God's. I'm God's. So I know that whatever I go through, He has already mapped out a plan. I just gotta follow suit. I just got to continue doing what I'm doing to get through it. So this video is just showing just me being transparent because I have those moments. Like sometimes you just really want to be seen. For some people, they'll think seen is like see a post of this, that, and other. Nah, sometimes you just want somebody to just be like, yo, like I'm proud of you, or yo, I'm thinking about you, or yo, just keep on going on. And when I do these videos, I try to be what I would want from somebody else. So when I make a video, for some people it's just like, he just doing a video. But a lot of times, man, I'm speaking life into myself and I'm trying to push it out into the world. And positivity isn't always popular. Trying to be the best version of yourself isn't always popular because you have all of these other distractions. I find myself in these positions sometimes that it gets heavy, but every time it gets heavy, that's when I know That's when I know I'm at a breakthrough because I feel like God will sometimes push you to that point till you can go backwards and you can be how you used to be, or you can just power through. A lot of times that pressure looks like people. And what people don't understand is we hate Judas because he betrayed Jesus. But what we don't understand is Jesus needed Judas. Judas pushed Jesus to fulfill his life's obligation. See, if there was no Judas, there was no Jesus being turned in. So sometimes when we find ourselves at these impasses in life, we have to not look at the situation as like, oh, snakes in the grass or this, that, and the other. Nah, sometimes those snakes in the grass is pushing you to fulfill what it is that you're supposed to do. You see, these videos and stuff, this started from one of the lowest points in my life 10 years ago because I felt like I was saying the same thing. Like 10 years ago, I felt like I was using social media as my diary. And I was just screaming like it was all positive vibes, but it was coming from a broken place. It was coming from a broken place. And then it got to the certain point to where I felt like I wasn't being heard and I kind of just scaled back. So now 10 years later, I find myself at the same impasse and it's like I'm not gonna go backwards. I'm not gonna do what it is that I did last time. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna keep on doing what it is that I'm supposed to do. So that's my message this morning is y'all just keep the faith. Even when it seems like God ain't hearing you, even when it seems like nobody believes in you, even when it seems like you don't know why you're doing what you're doing, keep the faith because it's a reason. I started out doing these videos and I used to go super, super long and then start looking at, okay, well, video should be a certain amount of time and this, that, and the other. But then it just comes a point in time till you just like, I'm gonna just do what I gotta do. But I really appreciate y'all. I really do because y'all don't know. Y'all think I do these videos and I'm just trying to help people, but y'all help me as well. Anytime that I get a message and somebody says, hey man, listen, I really needed to hear that. Or hey man, but that does me good. It feeds my soul because I'm just like you. I go through it. I might handle it a little different, but I go through it. So on this Monday, man, find your motivation. Don't be mad at the Judases in your life because remember, those Judases are pushing you to where you need to go. Don't get to the point to where circumstance or people are making you go back to how you used to be. People can accept you for how you were, whereas in some people don't want to accept you for where you're going. So if you're the type of person that when X, Y, and Z happens, you cussing somebody out, they can accept that. But what they can't accept is for something to happen and you just keep pushing forward. They can't accept that version of you because it's unfamiliar. Y'all have a blessed Monday.